Hello and welcome to another episode in the No Money Spent series, episode 6 so far of the year. And as you may know, I've been trying to come out with one of these episodes about once a week. And honestly, if it weren't for that, I might not even be making one right now, just because the last week of content was a little slow. Not like there hasn't been things put in the game. I mean, there was the programs of Bob Gibson and the Jackie Robinson evolution thing, and the next step in the player of the month. But none of those guys are going to make my team. None of those guys are really a big deal for my team going forward. So other than that, there really wasn't all that much to do on the game for me this past week. But I'm still making this episode. We still got some things to go over, some packs to open. And I decided the majority of this, I'll be going over kind of my progress I've been making overall, and some of my stats of the players on the team. So first of all, I'm making this video probably about an hour before the new content comes out on Tuesday. I'm hoping this video goes out later today, but by the time it goes out, the new content will already be up. So I wanted to make this video before that content goes up, just because I want all the new content for this next week to be part of the next episode. There's a ton of content. That's going to be a big one. But for this one, like I said again, there's not too much. What I did do though is the event was finishing. So I got myself up to 70 wins in the event just so I could unlock that exclusive Brooks Robinson card. It's not like he was going for all that much, but as you can see here, the event's over. The new one should be coming out in an hour, like I said. But yeah, that Brooks wasn't all that expensive, but it was just nice to actually unlock him, get him for free. And I'm holding on to him right now because I feel like his price is going to go up, but I'll probably end up selling him. Other than that, though, I did mention some of the new things that came out. Those player programs. I actually haven't even played the Gibson moments yet. I haven't unlocked Gibson. I also haven't bothered to unlock Patrick Corbin. And I've finished the Jackie Robinson moments, but I don't have that Diamond Jackie yet. I still need to do some of those conquest missions and online missions and stuff like that to get to them. But yeah, honestly, like I said, there wasn't all that much that happened. I was just kind of playing the event, playing some BR, playing a lot of showdowns. I've actually got something hopefully in the works for that. But now I figure without all that much left to go over in terms of what I've done, I mean, I did level up a lot. We'll have some packs to open, but right now I want to go through the team. I know it wasn't all that long ago, but Cougs went through his team stats, and I kind of liked that video. It just kind of showed how he was doing with different players. So I figured since it was kind of a slower week in terms of content that I actually got done, I just decided that I want to do the same thing for this one. So we're just going to start with Gary down here, starting catcher for so much of the year so far, and this is what his stats are looking like online. He's been hovering around a 300 average pretty much all season. He does strike out a lot, but the power is still there. He's driving a lot of runs. Like I said, the average is kind of hovering around there. OPS at 941, pretty solid season he's having. Then if we go over here to Todd Helton, the first inning guy that I actually kept on my team, he started out really good. I remember probably the first 10 to 15 games I used him for, he was batting over 400, and then he really cooled down. He dropped all the way to 260, and now he's starting to heat back up again. Not crazy, but he has gotten himself back up to a 296 batting average. He's hitting 11 home runs, so power's not quite there. I mean, you can kind of see that in his attributes. He's not the biggest power first baseman. And then here, Ryan Sandberg, the only 99 on my team. So actually, no, because there's Kluber. The only 99 on the hitting side of my team so far. And he's honestly been kind of a letdown for me. I haven't been all that great with him. 262 average. He hasn't really hit for much power. I don't steal much, but I have been stealing a little bit with Sandberg. I know 3 stolen bases isn't much, but for me, that's a little bit more than I usually steal. So he's actually kind of nice when he gets on first base. But I feel like I just need to keep using him, turn myself around with him. I feel like he's obviously a really good player, so I just need to get used to him a little bit more. Then I have my created player at shortstop. I've been using him pretty much all year, but it's been the different versions. So this version of him hasn't been on the team for too long, but he's been insanely good. Just over 100 plate appearances. He's got 10 home runs, 20 RBI, batting 308. OPS up over 1,000. This is what his attributes show, but it's not what they actually are because I do have the equipment boosting him. And actually, I decided I want to real quick show what his attributes are actually looking like with the equipment boost. If you go in like a CPU game, or anytime you go to start a game, you can see what their creative player stats are actually looking like. So with all of his boosts, he's got above 90s in all 4 hitting categories, 87 vision. His fielding is a diamond with 88 arm, and he's got 73 speed. So he's a crazy, well-rounded player. So he's honestly one of my favorite players to use so far. But my actual favorite player so far this entire season, of all people, is my lowest overall card on my starting roster, and it's 86 overall, White Sox face of the franchise, Yoan Moncada. And I swear, there is no bias here. It's not just because I'm a White Sox fan that I like this guy. Look at his numbers. He has over 300 at-bats for me online. He's hit 21 home runs, and he doesn't really have all that much power. 341 average, batting over 1,000 OPS with 35 doubles, 108 hits. This dude has been absolutely insane for me. Like I said, easily my favorite player I've used this year so far. He just has such a great swing. He's a lot better as a lefty, though. I don't even know if I have a home run with him. Yeah, if you look here, all 21 of the home runs have come against righties. He doesn't have any home runs against lefties, but it's not like he's bad against lefties. He just doesn't have the power. But honestly, I don't see myself replacing Moncada at third until I finish the entire NL collections and get Gary Sheffield. Then I'll put him at third. Next, I have Eddie in his secondary position to left. I haven't been a big fan of Eddie either. I feel like I time the ball well with him, and I seem to make good contact, but the ball just doesn't leave his bat all that hard for me. Only batting .264, only 3 home runs. He's just not producing how Eddie should, realistically. So he's probably one I'm looking to replace soon, along with Duke Snider. Not like Duke Snider is bad, and he's also locked into my team since I did the voucher. So once I get a new center fielder, he'll just transition to being a bench bat. For the time being, he's been fine. I mean, you see his batting average is not good at all. But, if you scroll down here, it gives the splits. Obviously, I mean, it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. I mean, against righties, he's batting .342. Against lefties, .053. This dude is just... I saw the stats and I'm like, okay, I mean, they're not that horrible against lefties. I mean, he might still be able to do something. No, that's not the case at all. I have 1 hit with him against left-handed pitchers in 19 at-bats. He's had exactly half the amount of at-bats against lefties as he does against righties, and it's just ridiculous how bad he is against lefties. Against righties, he's insane. He's doing really good. And then last but not least is Joey Gallo, and him too... I don't know. I'm like, obviously he's great for his power, but once you start playing on Hall of Fame, I really have a tough time hitting with him, and you can definitely see that in how many times he's struck out. And I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of looking to replace Gallo too. I think 29 home runs is the most on the team, so he does have the most home runs for me. But like I said, I don't know. As I've been playing on higher difficulties, you're starting to see that he's having some difficulty hitting the ball. And then the bench, there's really nothing much to talk about here. I mean, Acuna and Mays used to be starters for me. They were fine. Glaber's actually kind of insane. I used him in the event while I was playing it, and I've also used him off the bench. He's batting almost 400 with 9 home runs. So, I don't know. Maybe I should give him a shot in the starting lineup. I just don't know where to put him, really, because... all my infielders, I don't really want to move them around. There's really no other spots for them. But yeah, I'm thinking right now who I'm kind of looking to phase out in the near future is probably all 3 of my outfielders and probably Gary. Not like Gary's been doing horribly, but he's kind of the same thing as Gallo. Is once you get to the higher difficulties, he's having some trouble. Not quite as much, but also a big thing about Gary is his blocking just has not been getting the job done. So over to pitchers, obviously Kluber's going to be insane. 138 innings pitched, over 200 strikeouts. I have a 27-5 record with him, 1.83 ERA. The one thing that's insane about Corey Kluber that I saw before is that you can see here he has 28 earned runs total, 17 home runs allowed. How that just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense, because even if you assume that all 17 of those home runs are solo home runs, that only leaves 11 other runs that were earned. And those home runs, you know, they're not all solo shots. So I don't know what it is about Kluber giving up home runs, but if it wasn't for that, he'd be even more insane. Then we have this 93 Oswalt. He's not been good for me, especially lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because a lot of people see him. I mean, he's still got good stuff. I still want to prestige him, but yeah, recently he's not been that great. Then we got Blake Snell, another guy I really like using. People have trouble hitting him. 16-5 record, just under a 3 ERA with 110 strikeouts. The one thing I will say about Blake Snell, though, and Ohtani, who I'll look at next, they both have 88 stamina, but it's kind of crazy how the stamina works this year. I don't really understand how there's such a big difference in how long guys last. Like, I got Blake Snell and Ohtani here, 88 stamina. It seems like both of them get gassed by like the 5th or 6th inning. Like, they're done. They're in the red. But then you move back to guys like Oswalt with 108 and Kluber with 109. I mean, I know that's 20 like overall points more, but it is night and day how long they last. I mean, Oswalt and Kluber can both pitch into the 9th, no problem, sometimes even staying in the green. But like I said, these two guys, if they last past the 6th inning, it's like unheard of. But yeah, next we'll look at Ohtani here. His numbers look good. I just feel like he gets hit around for me, especially when I play against better players. And again, I don't know if it's just because people see him a lot, but I don't know. Ohtani's probably one I'm looking to replace sooner rather than later. And then last, Greg Maddux. He went from being a guy that I was right on the brink of replacing to maybe my second favorite starter to use. He is so effective on a Hall of Fame difficulty. It is insane. He doesn't get the strikeouts, but the amount of ground balls hit that are just ineffective is insane. This dude, his sinker, his cutter, all of his breaking pitches are just nasty. And especially when you get onto Hall of Fame, it seems like he's almost untouchable. And this is only an 88. You know Greg Maddux is going to have a 98, 99 at some point this year. And then the bullpen is kind of where my team's been struggling a little bit. We got Charlie Morton in long relief. He hasn't been that great, 5.56 ERA. A lot of my relief pitcher stuff is probably from the event, though, and I feel like it's kind of skewed just because like you don't have as much energy in event games, so I feel like it's kind of easier to hit relievers. But Kerry Wood, he hasn't played in any events. He's been actually pretty good for an 85. Amir Garrett, I'm not a big fan of him, but I don't know, there's really not any other lefties that I have that I can use over him. Josh Hader, another disappointment for me. He just gets hit around. I think it's just the lack of variety in his pitches. If he had a changeup, I feel like he'd be 1,000 times better. But right now, you can just sit on either fast, and you can really just sit on fast, react slow, and it's really only a difference of 2 pitches if you're being honest. Chapman, though, Chapman was insane, and I think it's just that outlier quirk that really gets people. I didn't give up a run with him until I was playing the event last night, and I finally did. But yeah, he's been doing really good. Look at the strikeout numbers, 29 strikeouts. He's getting like 2 strikeouts per inning. And actually, yeah, he's getting over 2 strikeouts per inning because his strikeouts per 9 is 18.2. Then we have Eckersley, the first evolution guy I took. He's been pretty good, obviously. I mean, wacky delivery. He's only got 3 pitches, but they move a lot, especially that sinker and the slider, honestly. And then Raleigh Fingers, I just got him in the last No Money Spent video. I haven't used him too much. Only 2 appearances for him so far. Both successful saves, no runs allowed. So yeah, that's it for my team. Stats-wise, we're going to go check on some progress that I've made. We'll just start with the programs. I'll go back to the first. Nothing really to see here. You already know I made it to 650. And then so far in the second inning program, I'm at 439. I could easily, as soon as I get Bob Gibson, get plus 20, and then if I do his missions, then I get plus another 20. So with 10 days to go, pretty much exactly in this program, I'll probably be able to make it all the way up to 600. Not like you get anything crazy, a classic stadium. Then under player programs, this is what's interesting. This is what's exciting. I don't think I really have any progress towards these 3. I mean, I've used them in BR a couple times, but it's nothing crazy. And obviously, I don't have them yet. Joe Carter, Bob Feller haven't used. Hanley, I was using when I was playing the event last night. Didn't make too much progress with them. I bought them. I haven't sold them back yet. I would have lost a couple thousand stubs if I did, so I was kind of just waiting around, but I could sell them. I'm not using them. Then we come to 3 guys that I do have, and I want to get Helton and Oswald at least prestige in the near future, but Helton is really, with how much I use him, he's still really only halfway there. I mean, we got a lot of hits left to get with him. He's kind of lacking in RBI, but I don't know. I feel determined to get him to prestige. I really like the look of that card once those contact stats go up over 100. Then Duke Snider, he's also in my starting lineup, but I hadn't been using him for too long. Not too much progress made with him. As long as I face righties, though, it should be pretty quick. And then Oswalt here, I mean, the pitching ones are kind of different because it's just like 2 stages of innings and 2 stages of strikeouts. So overall, I'm probably about a third of the way done. And even though I mentioned Oswalt wasn't that good, even if you're giving up runs, you're pretty much still going to strike guys out and accumulate innings. So I'll probably get him prestiged eventually too. And then these other programs, there's really not much to check in on. I have Kaline, Wood, and Granderson completely done. I have no progress in Bob Feller. Evolution players, I'm about to get my 3rd one in like 5 more levels. But right now I have Eckersley and Matthews completely done. And then Jackie Robinson, we'll check my status right now, but I have 35 stars in stage 2. So that puts me at 70 total. So I'm just 10 away from getting those socks, and then another 15 after that from getting Jackie himself. And then lastly, real quick, here is the April monthly awards. I don't even have Zimmerman yet. I've kind of been slacking on these. I'll get them eventually. There's going to be a new one coming out. I can't remember if the new one's today or Friday, but either way, I'll get these done eventually. And then team affinities. I don't want to go through every single team because I feel like that would take a long time. What I will tell you though, the teams I have done and the teams I have the players for, I mean, we already saw them. It's the Yankees, the Rays, the Sox, the Angels, and the Rangers. So I have those players. I have those face of the franchise players. All of these programs, except for the Angels, I'm actually at 70 stars, so they're completely done. I will say though, I've been playing a lot of Showdown recently because I've been trying to unlock a bunch of these guys before the next round comes out. But I don't want to dive in too deep to that because I'm kind of hoping that I can have my own like special bonus dedicated video to unlocking a lot of the team affinities and getting a lot of them done. So at this point right now, I do have enough vouchers to get, I think, 7 more face of the franchise players. But like I said, I'm going to hold off on that because hopefully I can get its own video. And yeah, there's really... Oh no, I forgot. We do have some collections to do. I almost forgot. I have 2 more collections. I mentioned every episode I want to get at least 1 or 2 done. So we're going to get 2 more done this episode. We're going to go ahead and finish the Red Sox. We got Chris Sale. Lock him in. I might give him a try too at some point on the mound. But we're going to go ahead and lock Sale in, get that Shane Victorino. And then the other team that I went ahead and finished the collection for was the A's. We got that Matt Chapman, their only diamond. We're going to get that 88 Sean Doolittle. I might use him. I might throw him in there. Actually, I'm just going to do it because I mentioned I don't like that Amir Garrett. So I'm going to throw Doolittle in over Garrett. Now we're going to hop into the packs, and I'm just going to quick scroll over to the side to see what all we have. Like I said, I'm going to save these and these for later. Hopefully, when I have more team affinities done, like I said, I want to have its own video for it. So I just want to save these in my inventory for now. But we're going to go ahead and rip into the rest of these packs. I'm just going to get this Red Sox one out of the way here. Cool. 2 Josh Taylors. All right, let's get all this other stuff out of the way too. Let's get this Gold Legacy. I got Aaron Judge with my pre-order, so I'm going to go ahead and get Griffey. And we'll get... I'll take this hat. I think that's the Griffey hat. And we got a Classic Stadium here. I think this was from the event. Oh, you only get to choose between 4. Okay, I'll just take Sports. No, actually, I like Old Miami. Not like I'm ever going to play there, but I'll take that one. Then I got a Gold Gear Up Choice Pack. What do we got here? Anything going for a lot? Not really. I'll take the glove. It's going for the most. Then we got a Gold Legend and Flashback Pack. Who's going for the most here? I think it's Gary Carter. And then the rest is pretty good stuff here. I'm going to do this Classic Pack. None of these guys actually are going to make my team, though. Unless I put Robles on the bench for speed. Or Mondesi. You know what? I'm gonna take Mondesi. I'm probably not gonna use him, but he might be on the bench for some speed. I'm gonna do these packs next, just because I feel like this one could actually be good. So 9 show packs. We're 5 packs in. I literally don't even have a silver yet. Silver player. More bronzes. What is going on? Last pack. I literally have not even pulled a silver player yet. Alright, I'll take that. A gold. Let's flip it. See, we got Austin Meadows. Not a very expensive gold. Alright, well, I was kind of hoping that I might not get anybody from those, because then my luck would be saved for balling as a habit. Because we all know at this point, if you've been watching these videos, I don't have luck in balling as a habit packs. I don't know if I've, ever since MLB 17, I pulled some good guys. I don't think I've pulled anybody. I don't even know if I've pulled diamonds out of balling as a habit. So let's rip open this one and get another gold, because that seems like that's all I'll ever get out of balling as a habit. Yep, there he is. And it's Michael Brantley. Cool. Alright, and again, like I said, we're saving these for a later date. Now I'll go ahead and these last 2. This is a big one, but I'm going to do this one first, the diamond equipment item. There's some equipment that goes for a lot. So hopefully I can get something good. And it doesn't look like it. Well, I mean, 9K or just about 10K is still really good. But like there's some stuff like I think bat tape, maybe not bat tape anymore, because there's a free one in the Jackie program. But I think there was a ritual that was going for like 40K, so I was hoping for something like that. And then lastly here, I'm still not 100% sure who I'm going to take from this, but I think I know, so I'm going to open it. The options is pretty much everybody besides Barry, and obviously Sandberg, because I already have him. So both of these guys would be good options, but honestly, with outfielders, I feel like there's just so many good outfielders that make their way into the game that I just feel like I don't want to use one of these 2 guys, or one of my picks here on one of these 2 guys at this point. I feel like the most valuable person to my team is this Buster Posey. And Gary's been good for me, so I kind of hate to get rid of him, but you're really not giving anything up at the plate when you have this Buster Posey. And what you're gaining is 89 fielding, 82 arm, and most importantly, 95 blocking. This Posey should be an absolute brick wall behind the plate. So I think I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to take Buster Posey as my second max diamond player. And we're going to go ahead and put him on the roster for Gary. Buster Posey looking good. I also went ahead and put Mondesi on the bench for some speed over Willie Mays. But with that being said, we are going to get into a gameplay in this one. I like to have a gameplay in every episode, so we're going to go ahead and make this one no different. So I'm currently sitting at a 731 rating. The only game I've played so far in this season was actually the last No Money Spent episode, and we had a first inning quit. So hopefully this one's on a little bit of Hall of Fame difficulty here. I'd like to keep that Hall of Fame difficulty coming up. I'd like to improve as much as I can. I hate to do it, but Kluber's at full energy. I'm going to throw him on the mound. Let's see who we've got to face. I have a feeling it's going to be Kluber versus Kluber. No! Oh, what is this? Well, I got to be honest. I don't appreciate his team name, but his team is pretty much the trash to match it. He is 16-4 though, so maybe he'll bring a little bit of skill in. Maybe he's doing some sort of build himself or something. I don't know. Yeah, you know what, bud? If it was anybody else, I'd friendly quit, but I don't know. That name, it's making me mad. And I know that's exactly what he wants, but I'm gonna destroy him. Alright, well, he's just gonna quit. That figures. Alright, let's try this again. A little bit better of a name there. The Philadelphia Rebels. He's got a little bit better of a team. Still not quite where you'd expect at this point in the year. He's got 85 Gibson on the mound, so it'll be my first time seeing him. And the slurve is going to get the job done. And look at Posey behind the dish with the block. That's what you like to see. Oh, don't give me a swing on that, please. Okay, good. Leadoff walk for the creative player. Todd Helton, after an 0-2 count, worked it to 3-2. That one's going to get down. Let's go. I'm going to try and score. Yeah, we should be in there easily. Todd Helton with... Actually, that was a little closer than I thought. But still, Todd Helton with a two what? What am I saying 2 for? A double. RBI double. And now Sandberg, oh, His Sandberg was holding him on at second, so that one not able to get up through the middle. Still advances him, though, with only one out. Eddie, nice. See what I mean, though, about the ball not jumping off of Eddie's bat, though? Like, yeah, that was a nice hit, but good squared up with 102 power, and it didn't leave. Oh, and there's the Moncada I'm liking to see. That's going to get over his head. Another double here, and they kind of fielded it weird, so I think that's going to be another run. We're putting up a 3 spot, and we still only have 1 out. Oh, Duke Snider. I thought that was hanging a little bit more than it did. It actually was a pretty good pitch right on the corner. All right, well, Posey drawing a walk in his first at-bat. Joey Gallo coming to the plate. Dang, and I struck out. That's what I'm talking about with Gallo, man. I really wanted Gallo to take him deep for a 3-run homer at the end of last inning because I kind of think that would have forced an early quit, another early quit. And yeah, I didn't get around. I mean, it said I had good contact, probably should, or good timing, probably should have had a little bit more than okay. Didn't feel like good timing to me. All right, well, that's through the order one time with the perfect game still intact. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but it's always a possibility. Sandberg, perfect. That one's going to get down the line. And he got a little weird animation there, so we're going to make it to second easily with the leadoff double. Oh, and Moncada not able to do anything with that one. It was a pretty good pitch. Duke Snider, there we go. There's the runs back. I was worried he was starting to shut me down. But a couple of perfects this inning gets us another one. I don't want to let up. Buster. All right, I'll take that. I would have liked to turn on that hanging curveball, but I'll take the base hit. There it is. That's what I was looking for from Gallo in his last at-bat. There's the perfect no-doubt homer. Oh, those feel so good off of Gallo's bat. That's probably the one reason why part of me doesn't want to get rid of him. Just because of how satisfying his no-doubters feel. Oh, and he's going to break up the no-hitter perfect game on a late swing down the line. Let's see if that was late or very late. It was just late. Okay, well, not just late. It was late. Oh, can we get him grounding into a double play? Yeah, I was trying to do it. I threw that sinker low intentionally. Hit the ground ball, but with the dive, we weren't able to turn it. Oh, he's stealing. Didn't get a good jump. We're going to see Buster in action, and he's gone. Perfect throw from Buster behind the plate. Nails him. Todd Helton, I think... Oh, he might catch that. Oh, the diving attempt misses. Helton with his second double of the game. I actually thought he was going to get there in center. Oh, man, that ball was smacked. How is that not a perfect? Oh, you can't hang that curveball twice. Come on. Oh, I don't think he actually did it. Just under that ball. We're going to have to wait at least one more inning to put this one away. Duke Snider, that one's going to get through. All right, we got a base runner. Oh, come on. I got to be hitting that ball. Oh, my God, dude. I can't put him away. We got Kluber up next, and I'm not taking him out, so we're probably going to have another inning. Oh, wait, never mind. Wait, he's going to get thrown out. Okay, he didn't throw it to first. All right, still got some life here to end this game out of mercy. And that's going to do it. Corey Kluber keeping the inning going for our creative player to drive in that game-winning run. And that's going to do it. The walk-off mercy rule in the 5th inning. You know, I'm not too good at judging what difficulty the game's on based on the PCI size like some people are. But just judging on how well I hit the ball and honestly how well he was making contact against Kluber. I didn't have many strikeouts. This one was probably on All-Star. Yeah, 677 rating he was at, so that game was definitely on All-Star. We move up to 778 though, so we made some good progress over the course of 6 innings of play, getting 2 wins. And it looks like that glove sold that I got in that Gear Up pack. That's what it's called. So it looks like the new content isn't quite into the game yet. I thought maybe it would have been out by the time I finish that game, and then I could go over what I'm specifically going to go for in the next for the next episode over the course of the next week. But what I'm planning on this next week is going to be huge in terms of content. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I might shove it all into one episode. I might make a couple of episodes and it'd be, a shorter time in between. I don't know yet. But there's so much stuff coming into the game over the course of the next couple days. We got the content drop coming today, Tuesday, and then another one on Friday. We have a new event that we're going to be playing, so I'm going to try and work my way up through that one. There's some good cards. We're going to have a new little player program to do here. It's probably not going to be anything too crazy, but I think they said it's a catcher. And then finally, and the biggest part of this next week of content is we're going to get the next stage of Team Affinities. So you can bet that I'm going to go for at least one of those guys right off the bat, but I'm going to try and get a couple of them. But yeah, that's pretty much the next week, what I'm going to be working towards. There's a lot of stuff coming out, like I said. That is going to do it for this episode, though. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe so you can see my No Money Spent account as we go forward throughout the year, moving towards getting those collections finished. But with that being said, that's all I have for you guys in this one. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.